What's going on, guys? Ken the Fox here, and today we're about to make a quick overview for PlayStation Move Sharpshooter controller. This is an accessory for PS3, and this thing was released in 2011. So by that time, I don't have a PS3 yet, just PS2, PS1, and PSP. So here's our front cover. We have PlayStation Move logo, Killzone 3, Socom 4, Dead Space Extraction, Time Crisis Rising Storm, or Raising Storm rather. And our sharpshooter controller itself here. One thing I don't like about this, fortunately, is that these two things are sold separately, the motion controller and navigation controller. So whenever you're buying games, make sure to have PlayStation Move logo and the sharpshooter logo actually at the back. So I'm not sure yet if this is really like good gun controller because it's quite big compared to Gun 3. For the record, I love Gun 3. And underneath, wow, we have PlayStation 1 logo here, the startup logo for the PS1. So as of right now, these are my games along with my navigation controller and motion controller. Cabela Survival Shadow of Katmai, Resistance 3, Killzone 3, and Socom 4. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open the box. Alright, so here's our sharpshooter itself, and before we make a gameplay, I just wanna show you guys how to assemble the sharpshooter along with navigation and motion controller. So let's start with motion controller. So there are two switches actually here. So we just need to remove this thing. Then place the motion controller here. There's actually a USB down here. There. Just insert the PlayStation Move. Just like that. Then boom. And place back the cover. Alright. So we're done with motion controller. Next is the navigation controller. So these two things are sold separately, unfortunately. So here, it's easy, there are no switches. Just make sure that Sony logo is in the middle. So we're done placing our navigation and motion controller. So just a quick overview of the controller itself. This feature only works in Socom 4 game. This is for single shot, burst fire, and automatic. Square and triangle on each side. And this is the motion move button here, down the trigger button. So instead of you pressing this, you can just press this. Then this thing is also adjustable by pressing this. So there. And what else? We have forend. Forend works as reload in Cabela's Survival Shadows of Katmai, but not in Killzone 3. In Killzone 3 to reload, you need to do the 90-degree thing like this. Then we do have another reload down here. Works in Cabela Survival Shadows of Katmai. So, as of the meantime, I already tested playing Killzone 3 and Cabela Survival Shadows of Katmai. I also tried Socom 4 and Resistance 3, but those two are really difficult to play with a sharpshooter, so I'm about to make gameplay tests for Killzone 3 and Cabela's first. And I will not use this monitor because it actually needs space. whenever using the sharpshooter or any move controller. And this also requires a PlayStation iToy, the camera. So I believe I was able to provide all the information about this controller. So yeah, it's not really that heavy, but yeah, it's a rifle, not like gun fun. Like I think gun is submachine gun, but this is also submachine. But I don't know. Let's make a gameplay test. First game is Cabela's Survival Shadows of Katmai. The game isn't that bad using the sharpshooter controller since this is an arcade shooting style. No need to crouch, run, cover, and things like that. So technically speaking, it's just like similar to Time Crisis game, not really that complicated. Just aim, shoot, reload, switch weapons, and that's pretty much it. To change weapon, you need to tap the thumbstick down on the navigation controller. And to reload, you can use either the forend or the reload button underneath the magazine grip. Actually, when switching weapons, it will be instant reload as well. I rate the gameplay experience using the sharpshooter controller 8 out of 10. And that is just my own honest opinion. Killzone 3. This one kind of difficult, honestly. It needs more practice for you in order to familiarize with the controls. I'm telling you this as a gunkin user. To turn left and right, you actually need to sway the sharpshooter itself from side to side. And for reloading, you can just empty your magazine. But for manual reload, you need to rotate the sharpshooter 90 degrees to your left side. And the navigation controller thumbstick is used for movement, and L2 for scoping, like the zoom in. Overall experience, it's good, but it needs practice, to be honest. So I would say like 8 out of 10 gaming experience playing Killzone 3 using a sharpshooter controller.